Hickok 45 here. You might have thought 1911 was a good year. What about 2011? Yeah, as in staccato. Yes, staccato. There we go. Took 3 shots. Guess what? I have more ammo right here in my pocket. This is the Staccato Compact. Yes, 2011 C specifically. They're nice sights. Once you start to use them, yeah, like on that orange 2-liter. There we go on the last round. Yes, nice trigger, nice sights. You just have to remember to take advantage of it. So yeah, the staccato. Have we done a staccato yet? I don't know. Seemed like years ago, maybe. But this is the newer compact version of it. And again, it's called the 2011 C for compact. And that's the one I thought, that'd be the one I think I was going to shoot one. I know we just get requests to do staccatos and just ignore people, I guess. I don't know. I have nothing against them at all. And I know they began STI, high quality firearms for sure. And I thought, something like this and a kind of a carry piece was appealed to me a little bit more. Just nice size, maybe more so than a big competition gun, this time around. And yeah, it is. It feels great. It's the compact version of it, and I don't think it's been out all that long. I am not a staccato expert or STI expert. I never did own one, even back when I was doing a little USPSA, but I was aware of them and aware of staccato. I see them around. I know people just love them a lot. I never did get hooked on the 2011. I'm still living in 1911, I guess. The double stack, versions of that, which is kind of what a 2011 is. The double stack 1911, more or less. Mostly more, I guess, than less. But so that's what people mean when they get it. If someone has a 2011, you hear that, it's got a double stack magazine that your standard 1911s don't have. They might have take a longer magazine and take an 8-round or a 7-round and all that, and there's even extended mag. But in terms of a double stack 2011, but basically your thumb safety and kind of the same operation. So they're well known, very well known in the competition circles, especially. More trophies have been won with these things than possibly, I don't know, maybe any other pistol. At least, I don't know, probably in recent years, there's been a lot of competition, from CZ and others. There were some really nice competition pistols out there. We've fired some of those. You just feel like you cannot miss. Nice triggers and nice capacity, and many of them in 9mm. In fact, I know at NRA meeting or somewhere I was checking all the models of these, and I think they make. I couldn't find any in 45 ACP. In fact, I think I asked the reps there that they just don't make one, at least unless they have changed. So it's a 9mm and possibly other chambers, I don't know, but they're mostly 9mm now. So some people have a problem with that in a 1911 or a 2011, but they're very, very well made pistols. I've enjoyed firing this thing, and want to thank people that help us. Spud's Gun Shop and Range, great outfit, and the reason we're able to bring so many firearms to you. Silencer Central, wonderful company with great folks inside, and they do one thing extremely well, and we really appreciate their support over the years. And the Sonoran Desert Institute, lots of information you can get there on firearms technology. Put yourself on the road to becoming, getting into even gunsmithing. So check them out. Now, I just, if I don't bring on a little bit of hate in every video, I just don't feel like I've done my job. So you know how I did it in this video. I brought out a Glock. 19. Well, just to kind of give you a size comparison, right? And you know, they're roughly, you know, they're compacts, you know, so you got kind of a similar size firearm here. Let's put an empty mag in the Glock too, to make sure. But they're roughly the same. I guess the Glock's actually a little smaller, probably. You don't have the beaver tail and all that kind of thing. It's not quite as, you know, it's this high, yeah. So it's a little more compact. And it weighs about 24 ounces with empty mag. This weighs 26 ounces with empty mag. Okay, so you got a little bit heavier gun than a Glock 19. I can tell a little difference, not a lot. You would notice it in a holster on your belt probably, okay? And they both hold 15 plus 1, all right? As I understand, the Staccato had and they got a CS model too, which is smaller, I think, but the early mags were 16 round mags, and they, I think, had some issues with them, and they reduced the capacity by 1, and they work better. That's the word I got as I was reading about it, and I commend them on that. How many firearms have you encountered where the magazine capacity is 9 or it's 16, whatever it might be? Time you get that last round in there, you cram it in, you stand on it, here comes the military. No, see him. I'm gonna make sure it's not Homeland Security checking up on me again. But by the time you get the last round crammed in there, there's no way you're getting it into the firearm with the slide forward and all that. And I just don't like that either, so I load them down around generally. And I notice these, even 15 rounders, it's a bit of a job to get. Of course, it's all new. So, as we all know, they ain't cheap. The Staccato, they are, you know, kind of synonymous with quality. That's the way I think about it. If you have a different connotation, let me know. I'm sure there's somebody who's had trouble with them. I don't know, but they're a premium pistol. Premium pistol. You got a nice fluted stainless barrel. It does have a full-length guide rod, but it doesn't require a tool to take it apart. I won't do that now. I did field stripping up, but I didn't have any trouble getting it apart. Getting it back together, I couldn't get the slide lock stop in there right. I had to mess with that for a while to get it right, but that was just me, I think. Nice trigger, you know, just a wonderful trigger. I mean, again, they excel at competition firearms. And let me load while I'm yakking at you. So they know how to do a trigger. Let me load some of this, something a little warmer, some hollow points. Because this is designed, it's supposedly an all-purpose firearm from Staccato. Concealed carry, range, for defense, duty, just whatever. It's, like a Glock 19, it's kind of a do-all pistol size. And so, see if it'll handle hollow points. I have not fired a hollow point in it yet. And these would be 147 grain Underwoods, okay? Jacketed hollow points. So, good round. Let's just try some of these. I've been meaning to do it and I haven't done it yet. And while we're at it, why don't we just load 2 mags of them? What the heck? Like I say, you got 15 round capacity, 15 plus 1, and you got fiber optic front sight there. Got high sights. I'm not sure why they're quite that high. I think because you have to get a kit from them. I think an optic kit if you want to put an optic on it. But that might be the reason that's contoured the way it is. Maybe you co-witness with the optic there. Not sure, but it's really not exactly. You don't have a threaded barrel. So it's not designed to necessarily be suppressor ready that I can tell, as being a reason for the high sight. So I think it has to do with the optic probably and co-witnessing with that. But very smooth, well made. You can you just feel the precision, when you handle it. You can probably feel that. You can just tell when that slide comes back, and then feel how good that trigger is. Did you feel that? That was nice. No, it is very light, pretty crisp. All right, let's try some hollow points. And quit being foolish, okay? Also appreciate Alabama Holster, the most wonderful Kydex concealment holsters on planet Earth. I use them all the time and have used them for a long time. Appreciate their support. All right, let's try a couple of hollow points. Let's see if the gong is worthy of a hollow point. An Underwood hollow point. There we go. Yeah, yeah. I think I might have gone high on a couple of those. Yeah, all right. Pretty cool. Let's put some hollow points here locally into something that might blow up. All right. I'll get rid of that. There we go. I knew that would work. Nice trigger. Let's smoke a pot with this one since we have a hollow point. Wow. Nice. Yeah. Does a hollow point expand on a clay pot? Yeah, good question for the ages, huh? So feeds hollow points. That's pretty important. And you know, I mean, this would be a carry gun. This would be a defensive piece for sure. It's a nice size, and a decent holster. You do have a rail. You got nice serrations. You know, you got a ambi thumb safety, which it's not too much in the way. I'd prefer it not to be on the right, but that's because I'm right-handed, not wrong-handed. And nice grip. It's just a good feeling pistol. You would like it. And I know, you know, most people would not see the value in something like this being pretty expensive, but some people would, you know, and they don't mind the grip safety or thumb safeties. They prefer that, and it's kind of the price you pay. You know, a lot of people don't like 1911s for a number of reasons, or 2011s. In order to get a nice trigger, you know, like that, with a clean break of whatever it is, 4 pounds, 3 pounds, you know, to get a trigger that a 1911 is capable of, you really do want a thumb safety, okay, on those. Now, we can argue safeties all day long on so many different pistols, and I have lots of polymer pistols. I just do not have a safety on them. You know, the trigger's fine and all that, but when you get a really light target trigger, more or less, then it's a different proposition. It really is. So that's a pretty. Can I shoot it again? I'll shoot it a couple more times. Let me put something else in it. These are 150. I don't generally like 115 grain 9mm, but we'll shoot a couple of them. So yeah, Staccato. Some of you have probably had several of them. You might go competing with them all the time. A lot of their pistols, they're more famous for their full-size, I think, pistols and competition pistols, and they've been very popular for a long time. Have all kinds of capacity, high, you know, magazines that will hold all sorts of rounds, and for competition, different classes and that sort of thing. So you know, share what you know. If you have been competing with one of these things, or you got one of those big ones, and you know, have a lot of experience with Staccato, you know, share the knowledge, share the experience. I really don't have much experience with them, other than just kind of what I have heard and sort of known. I say known, but you know, you hang around the industry long enough, and you don't hear anybody bad-mouthing a certain gun company, and whenever you hear it talked about, it's just always positive. Well, guess what? If you have half a brain, you begin to form an idea about it, don't you? So I don't really have any negative thoughts about Staccato. You might. I'm not looking for trolls to trash them necessarily, but share your experience. See if it'll feed. On the other end of the scale, lightweight 9mm bullets, 115 grain bullets. I typically like at least 124, get a better feel for that. All right, Buffalo. Yeah, really lightweight recoil in that. All right. Yeah, they almost feel like they're barely getting the slide back. Okay, did we shoot the paper target yet? No, we didn't. Let's just shoot right in the bullseye. Yeah, just ascertain whether they're really that accurate, because I don't believe everything I hear. All right, buffalo killer. Can't beat that. I think I hit the gong, not sure. All right, let's finish up something right here. Yeah, really nice trigger, and that's what makes competition fun, or just shooting fun, when you get a firearm like this with a really nice trigger and not much recoil, and you can just machine gun. I'm allowed to say that in the video, but you can really shoot fast with it and just have fun with that. So yeah, of course you got the bull barrel. Did I mention that? It's definitely empty, because I have the slide open, but you can see that bull barrel, everything, no bushings or anything. And nice pistol. Any of you have one of these, share your experience. Some of you, as I speak, might have one in a belt holster for your defensive firearm. So what do you think about it? Have you shot it a lot? Those of you who have these and have had them a while, what's your take on these things? Made in Florence, Texas. Yeah, it says right on it. So it's got an aluminum alloy frame, and you know, I get the slide is carbon steel, I think. I know the barrel is stainless, and you know, just a fairly lightweight firearm, but heavy enough, and feels very, very good to me. It's my impression of it. So if you have anything to add it, so I can shut up. Life is good.
Oh yeah, that's better. This is a great gun for defense. Oh hey, didn't see you guys there. While I've got you here, I want to remind you of our friends over at Talon Grips and Ballistol. Talon Grips makes grips, can you believe it, for all different types of firearms. You can get rough texture or more of a rubberized texture. It just sticks right on there. You know, really affordable, really cool option to improve the grip for your handguns or rifles. So please check them out at talongungrips.com. You'll be glad you did. And also Ballistol. Dad has been using Ballistol for many years. It's a cleaner and a lubricant, and it's non-toxic. It works really great, and we're happy to have them on board since it's been a part of our shooting endeavor for a very long time. So go to ballistol.com, talongungrips.com. And also, while you're out there, I'm juggling all these things here. Also, while you're on the internet, please do check out our other social media like Hickok45 on Facebook. There's also Hickok45 on Twitter, The Real Hickok45 on Instagram. There's a John_Hickok45 on Instagram where I do some things. There's Hickok45.com. You can find us also on Gunstreamer. So check out all that stuff and then watch more videos.